probably like you, I've been watching every second of these closing arguments in the Lindsay Clancy trial that I can watch. And I think the defense in their closing argument just made a fatal flaw. Now, most unfortunately, I have seen the inside of the courtroom more than I would care to, and heard a closing argument or two. And I was surprised by what I heard today. I think the prosecution did a really good job wrapping things up, and the defense, not the strongest. That's the last thing that the jury's going to hear from them before they hear eons of jury instructions and they go deliberate and make their conclusion. But what Kevin Reddington said after he did the coin thing, and then the prosecution kind of dismantled that physically, literally, which was not great. He starts talking about Lindsay Clancy and trying to make her sound like this sympathetic figure. And he says, she was a nurse, a daughter, a wife, and a darn good mom. And in that moment, I almost stopped and I thought, that was so stupid to say that and try to make it seem like she was this great mom. We should have sympathy for her. How you talk about someone who is trying to, go through the court proceedings as a criminal or somebody who's having a decision made about them, and you use that term mom to conjure someone who cares for children, who has a soft heart, who is a protector, who is a mama bear. You look sympathetically on a mom. A mom can't be a criminal. A mom can't be someone who would unalive someone or do something so horrible as take the lives of their own children. I thought it was a really fatal mistake because in that second, it gave the jury that moment to make that comparison. She was not a darn good mom. A mom in general, with all of those loving, protective, caring, nurturing attributes, would never do what Lindsay Clancy did to her own children. So I think the jury's actually going to have a pretty easy time hanging their hat on that hook, as they say, and I think that she's going to get a very, very strong conclusion to this, a very strong sentence, and I will be grateful for that. What do you guys think the jury's going to come back with? I always want to know. Let me know in the comments.